Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about Pueblo FAME. My name is Tara Beck, and I am representing the Federation for Advanced Manufacturing Education today. So, today you'll get to spend some time learning about a new program that you have the opportunity to get paid to work and go to school at the same time to get an associate's degree and hopefully a full-time job offer afterwards. So, we'll talk more about the details as we go. But first, let's talk a little bit about manufacturing. So I guarantee many of you watching this video, this is your current perception of manufacturing: dark, dirty, and dangerous. It's old, it's outdated, and an environment that you likely are not interested in working in. But what if I told you most manufacturing plants actually look like this? They're clean, they're well lit, and high tech. So you can see in these pictures that you've got a lot of automation and some really cool features. This is the future of manufacturing, and this is what most manufacturing plants look like today. So if you're interested in working in an environment that does represent the future of technology, you're in the right place. So why should you watch this video even further? Well, let me tell you, FAME is a pretty cool program. It's actually a national program. It is sponsored by the Manufacturing Institute, which is the nonprofit portion of the National Association of Manufacturers. And currently there are over 30 locations across the United States, and there have been over 1,100 graduates from this program. So what does this mean to you? If you were to get into this highly competitive program, we're only taking 16 students into the program for the 21-22 school year. So highly competitive. But if you do get into the program, you will have the opportunity to earn an associate's degree, receive 1,800 hours of on-the-job training, and potentially graduate with zero or minimal college debt, so no student loans, and a full-time job offer. So what kind of job is this, you're asking? Well, you would be becoming an advanced manufacturing technician. And we'll talk about the curriculum and what that looks like in a future slide. But an AMT is a highly skilled person within our manufacturing plants. They are essential to the workforce. And so why you would consider going into this area is, first, our advanced manufacturing technicians are key to the efficiency of our plant. So if you think about all those robots, or you think about the line and the big machinery that would get used within manufacturing to build products, you would help You'll help do maintenance on that equipment. If something breaks down, you'll fix it, and you'll also do preventative maintenance. So it's pretty cool. And if the line breaks down, you're the superhero that gets to go in and get it up and running again. So to go along with being the superhero, you'll be rewarded with really great pay. This is a high-tech, high-skilled position and is one of the higher paying roles within the manufacturing plant. You'll also have the opportunity for growth into other careers. So as part of FAME, you'll actually learn leadership skills and lean manufacturing principles. So these leadership skills will either set you up for a path into leadership and management, or after you graduate with your 2-year degree in advanced manufacturing, you'll be able to potentially go on to a 4-year degree in either manufacturing business or engineering. If you've got questions on going on for a 4-year degree after this program, we do have our email address in the end where you can shoot us a note and we can talk about that. Next piece is the teamwork. So on day one, you'll start FAME with 15 other individuals, and you'll go through all 60 credit hours of school together over that 2-year period. So you'll get to know your peers really well, work on school projects together, benchmark against each other when you're all at different companies, and learn from each other. So you build a really great network. And ultimately, if you feel personally that you've always thought about going into engineering, but you don't want to sit behind a computer all day, or you're really worried about taking on student loans to go to school for 4 years to get a bachelor's degree in engineering, this is a really great opportunity. So think of it as a hands-on opportunity in terms of engineering where you either get to work on the equipment, you don't have to sit behind a desk all day, or it gets you part of the way there by getting your associate's degree in a related field. All right, some things that you might want to consider before applying to this program is the daily schedule. So FAME is set up where you go to school at Pueblo Community College 2 full days a week. So those 2 days will be a minimum of 8 hours. And then the other 3 days a week, you will go work for a local manufacturing company. In a future slide, I will show you some of the local manufacturers that will be sponsoring students for the 2021 cohort. But just know that's going to be your schedule. So 3 days a week, you'll go to work, 2 days of school a week. And that makes it really easy for you to manage your time. But they are really long, busy days. And so just know that you'll need to learn how to balance your personal life, homework, and anything else that you might have in terms of hobbies or interests, because this program is setting you up for after graduation to truly enter the real world. So here are some of our sponsors. You can see there are some really great local employers that are excited to take on some FAME students this year. So some of those companies include Train, Steel City Solar, Payway, Vestas, GPS Source, TR Toppers, and Craig Manufacturing. So each of these companies is looking to sponsor a couple of students to work within their manufacturing plant. And this is where you would get your 1,800 hours of on-the-job training. You'll interview with all of these companies and be made an offer by one of them. The company that makes you an offer is the company, if you accept, is the one that you would go work for those 2 years and hopefully continue to work for after graduation. In addition to these sponsoring companies, we've got some really great partners with Pedco, Pueblo Community College, and Made in Pueblo. All right, so what are the expectations if you enter this program? Number one is attendance. So at school, you will be expected to follow the same attendance policy that you would at work. So that means you have to show up on time, you can't be late, and you have to do it for every single class throughout the day and every single week. This is something that is a non-negotiable, and you should be prepared to do the entire time that you're in this program, as it's similar to the professional work environment once you graduate from school. From there, safety. Safety is the next non-negotiable. Within a manufacturing environment, safety is very important. There's a lot of loud machinery. Machinery could potentially cause health concerns or issues if they're used in the wrong way. And so as a program, we want to ensure that you're leaving work and school in the same condition that you go to work and school. So making sure that you are safe in all those environments. We will train you to be safe. One of the great things about the FAME program is the first semester, you will learn about safety as a culture and prepare to go to work in the manufacturing environment. Number two is work ethic. So as I mentioned, this program is a full 40 hours per week, potentially more, and you'll need to be prepared for that. Homework will need to be done on time. You'll need to show up to work as part of that attendance, but when you're on site, working really hard and learning as much as you can. Next is pride. Pride in being part of the FAME program. As I shared earlier, this is a very competitive program and only 16 participants will get in, but also pride in manufacturing. Manufacturing is a really great place to have a career and does a lot of good within the United States. And finally, commitment. It brings the full picture together and that you're committed to all of these things. You're committed to attendance, safety, working hard, and having pride in manufacturing. All right, so what you can expect to learn. So Pueblo Community College does a great job in providing an associate's degree in industrial manufacturing. So you can see some of the topics you'll learn here. Topics within electrical, fluid power, mechanical, and fabrication. Beyond that, you'll have the opportunity to develop your leadership skills and also learn highly sought after lean manufacturing practices. So this includes things like 5S, lean principles, and root cause analysis and problem solving. All right, so what qualifies you to participate in FAME? First, let me make this clear. FAME is a great program for everyone. So whether you're a boy or a girl or looking for any area of expertise within STEM, this program is for you. So if you are a high school graduating senior, if you are a veteran transitioning out of the military, if you've been displaced by COVID, or if you're just someone looking for a career change and you've always been interested in this field, that is the first step in being qualified to be part of this program. So the doors are open to anyone who is passionate about learning about STEM careers, number one. Number two, if you're in high school or if you've been out of high school for a few years, you'll need to be math and English college ready. So what does that mean? If you've recently taken a placement test that you've scored at the regular math and English class level, if you score underneath those levels, it doesn't disqualify you. You'll just need to take potentially a couple of summer classes to get you up to speed for the fall. Now, why we say this, the program is very intense and you do need to maintain a C grade or higher in all of your associate degree classes. That's not just the technical classes related to becoming a manufacturing technician, but that includes the required humanities and English classes that go along with that. So because the program is very intense and a full-time job, you'll want to make sure that you're prepared for that. So remember, just because you might not have scored high enough on those tests to begin with, doesn't mean that you can't take some summer classes to be prepared for that in the fall. So we can work together to potentially get you there if you're made an offer. Number three is to be ready for that 2-year commitment. So FAME is 2 years, 5 semesters. So you'll start in the fall of 2021 and graduate in the spring of 2023. And finally, being able to pledge to that daily on-time attendance. So how do you participate in FAME? So watching this video is the first step. Thank you for doing that. Hopefully you're finding this interesting. From there, you'll want to do some research on the degree from PCC, maybe talk to a current manufacturing technician and dig in to make sure that your career aspirations align to this type of job. Next, you'll want to apply. So if you've done your research and you're really excited about the opportunity to get an associate's degree and on-the-job training with zero or minimal academic debt and hopefully a full-time job offer, you'll need to apply. So what does that look like? You will apply directly to Pueblo Community College and also to FAME. So on the next screen, there will be a hyperlink that you'll be able to write down and go to that will include the application directly to FAME. And if you have any questions about that, you can obviously email us or connect with us. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is that FAME will select the top qualified candidates to do an interview. This year, those will likely be by Zoom or some type of virtual interview. But those interviews will happen in late March or early April. So please get your application in as soon as possible so it can be reviewed by the FAME recruitment team. Finally, is step number 4. So soon after the interviews, the employers will make offers to candidates that they feel fit their work environment and are qualified to enter the program. So what will happen from there is that towards the end of June or early July, we'll have an orientation and you'll have the opportunity to meet your peers, get to know the program a little bit, kick it off with a safety training, and then have the opportunity to go do a summer internship for the company that has made you an offer. During that summer internship, you'll do some entry level work within the plant and you'll get the opportunity to meet your peers, who your boss is going to be, and hopefully put a little bit of extra money in your pocket to prepare for class starting in the fall. I realize that you probably have a lot more questions about FAME, but hopefully this gets you excited about it. So there's a couple of ways to connect with us and interact. First, you can see our email address, so you can email us directly at pueblo.fame@gmail.com. You can find more information on the national program at fame-usa.com. Follow us on Facebook at Pueblo FAME or directly apply. So you can see that link below. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it and look forward to connecting with you soon. Thanks. Bye.